Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to United View. Wagwan, my people. Happy Monday. Welcome to a Flex's View. And it's live, yeah? Live settings this morning, man. The sun is out. Pure blue skies in the UK last week, followed by, I'm pretty sure, more pure blue skies this week. You know what I'm saying? So that alone is something to be happy about. And Terence Pace is setting pace straight away. Terence Pace ain't playing. I ain't even got into today's list of things we're talking about, the criteria. You know what I mean? But Terence Pace is saying the derby showed the state of the Premier League this season, just boring to watch, and VAR not really helping anyone either with shit decisions. Izo by Tierney. Shows how most players just want the league done. And shout out George, the latest member of the UV community. Actually, no, he's been a member for 4 months as well, using his members chat. So big up to you. Look at that. Straight away, there's super chats, there's members chats. Everyone's getting involved. There's you guys in the chat here. S. Matthew says morning flex. Who else is there? Jonathan says 100%. Let's get a quick 100 likes, 100%. Flex is really live. He's really live. It's clear he is live. Fleck Roy Messe says court star, shout out to you. Joe Blackman says solo flex. And Joe Blackman, as always, was getting things in order. He said, remember to like the stream as soon as you tune in, UV family, 100%. That's what's got to happen. You man, run up the likes. Everybody run up the likes. Triple M says a very good morning, guys. And All Elite says it's all about Leon on Thursday. We got a lot to talk about, man. I want to talk about this Gary Neville situation. He called Man United boring. He said a lot, actually, that the league's boring. Players are too robotic. It's too systematic, etc., etc. Does he have a point, or is he just looking for something to moan at? I want to talk about that. I want to roll out some of Amarim's quotes as well, post-derby, because there weren't a lot to talk about in the game, let's be honest. Let's be honest, there wasn't. The game was dead. But there were some interesting things he said afterwards. So I want to talk about that. A little bit on Jadon Sancho, a Mayday decision. So I want to talk about that. And also, during this stream, a big announcement. Yeah? A big announcement. It's time. Yeah? Certain things I fi run. Certain things I fi guan. Certain things I fi happen. Yeah? It's time. So a big announcement during the stream. So stay locked in so you don't miss it, because it's a nice announcement, one that I'm looking forward to as well. Show says, Gary Neville. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Let's put some respect. Shout out, Show says, Neville's right. Football under Amarim is boring. Not saying he should be sacked, but 6 months in, charge yet no accountability on him. Ceiling but no floor. He's going crazy. Show's on it. Yep. And Keno went on a rant as well. Oh, he was, Keno was, again, he said we ain't even improved even before the game, and then they put out that. Jeremy says, morning UV family as well. Big up to everyone, man. Court Star says, shutting down the channel. No, I ain't shutting down no channel. Yeah, when I got shut down, nothing. And Noman says, shout out to Flex and UV fam on the award. Go is not willing to give you props. Don't care. Yeah, don't care. We're not looking for props from nobody. Yeah, we do we own thing. When I look for the props from nobody. Yeah, when I do them thing, when I do our thing. When I look for the props. Yeah, from them boy there. Big up, man. Kishan says, big overreaction about boring derby. From the Stretford end, most people can see improvement. Yes, we need to improve in the final third, but it's much better. See, look at this. This is what I'm saying, man. Run up the likes, people. We're already at 500 people watching, which is strong for this early. I like it. I like the energy inside the room. No, Raj, no. Flex and KG boxing match. No, sir. No, I'm not getting in that. No, I'm not getting in that. Joe says, drop the announcement surely. Soon, just relax. Soon come, Joe. Soon come. Let's deal with the news. We'll get to the announcement later on. You know what I'm saying? All right. Gary Neville, what did he say? He said that watching United is he's getting annoyed. And he's talking about a wider concept as well as just Man United, to be fair to him. He's talking about both, right? And he said that Man United is boring to watch. It's robotic. People are wedded to these styles and these principles. And basically, we're seeing poor man versions of Pep Guardiola teams. We're seeing knockoff versions. We're seeing fugazis. We're seeing fakes. Yeah, that's what we're seeing. We're seeing fake versions of what Pep's trying to do. And you know what? I think some of it can relate to us and some of it can't. we're a team who we got criticized for not having a style. Yeah. We got criticized for players not having repetitions, players not having patterns, players not having a certain system and a method to the madness. That's what we were criticized for the longest time. Yeah. So where we're coming from is that place where we're getting cussed out. What is Eric's? What's Man United style? Remember that? It weren't too long ago, yeah, when everybody was saying, "What's Man United style?" And I'm not saying that like it's perfect and we're really good now. We're not really good. We're really bad. Yeah, I ain't saying that, but I'm just saying that's where we're coming from. Man United is shit. What's their style? Can't even see a style of play. And now what's happened is we've got a manager, we've got a head coach, yeah, who's basically saying this is completely my style and this is all you will see. And now we've gone too far the other side where the players ain't really good enough to play the style he's playing. He's had to implement it halfway through the season, which ain't great. So technically, we've got worse. We've got worse so that we can get better. And we are boring. We are boring. We are boring to watch. We're not great. We're not a good team at all. Are there improvements in what we're doing? Are there a little bit more confidence in the system, a little bit more understanding because they're used to doing the patterns and used to doing the same thing every game? Yes. Are some individuals grasping it? Yes. Are some individuals hanging themselves out to dry and saying they can't be part of this? Yes. The overall thing, I've been saying this about the Premier League, yeah, for a while. What Gary Neville's saying ain't shocking to me. That the Prem's dead. Prem's dead. We hype up the Prem all the time. I've thought this for ages. Like the Prem ain't what it's cracked up to be. We say it's the fastest league in the world. It's the most exciting league in the world, and this, that, and the other. There's some teams who do some nice things, but it ain't what it's cracked up to be. And really, I'm not gonna say it's our fault, but like the perception that's built up around the Premier League, it's that like it's just been overgassed. It's just been overgassed. Like there's so many games you see in the Prem that ain't all action, that ain't end to end, that ain't like, all this great football and high technical level and this, that, and the other. A lot of it is robotic. The freedom I can say the freedom of speech, the freedom of expression, yeah, from players has gone because everybody's in these rigid systems and really big instructions. We're seeing it. Like, bro, as soon as Doku came to the league, yeah, not Doku, sorry, Doku came to the league, yeah. What was we all saying? And he's a bottle of fizzy pop. He ain't even good. I said that from the start as well. But as soon as he came in, what was the first thing we were saying? We were saying, let's move that. We were saying, oh, look at he's a breath of fresh air, Doku. He's a breath of fresh air. Why is he a breath of fresh air? Because he works outside the parameters of the norm. He'll take a man on. He'll run at a man. He'll get you excited. He'll go past people sometimes like they're not there. Do you know what I mean? Fast forward a little bit. Listen, the end product ain't really there. He ain't great. He's, like I said, the bottle of fizzy pop, mate. Yeah, he ain't really saying nothing. But he can cause havoc. Why? Because he just runs at people and expresses himself. A lot of wingers are just getting it, cutting inside. Like, look at the Jack Grealish situation. We're seeing it so much. So when we see a player who goes at people or goes past people, we're off our seats. It's jaw dropping. Like we ain't ever seen it before. This used to be the norm. This used to be the norm for a bog standard player in the Premier League. If a player passes forward, if Adam Wharton gets a little half turn and pops it through the half space, oh my days. Oh, did you see Adam Wharton? Generational. Even Kobe Mainu. We're seeing some nice stuff. We've had to call the kid generational straight away. Why? What? Because he wants to take the ball under a bit of pressure, drive forward, because he wants to take the ball in the half spaces, because he can pass forward. So, like, miss me with that. The league's been crap for time. The league's been crap for time. And I just think that we overgas the standard. We overgas the standard of the Premier League. And, I actually agree with, I think Gary Neville's got a point. Take out the bit of like, oh, he's just moaning at Man United, because there's a bit where we're going, oh, let's talk about our bit. But the main, which I'll do in a minute, but the main bit of what he's saying is true. Football's dead. In the 90s and the 2000s, I'm old school, me. Yeah. And I hate to sound like the old granddad or the old uncle who only cares about their era. But like, I can only talk about the two eras I've seen. And maybe like, shout out Uncle Kenny. Kenny could probably tell us what it was like in the era before that, when we wasn't old enough to watch it. Yeah. But for me, watching my prime football years of mid-90s when I started watching football, yeah, through to late 90s, millennial, all the way through the tens and that, yeah. Listen, it's proper stuff. Like, even average players or players that you'd call average now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just a player off the top of my head, yeah. I don't know, two guy, Blackburn. Let's just say him. That's just the most random. That's just the most random centre midfielder I could think of, like from back just in that kind of era. Just two guy, Steve Malbronk. Steve Malbronk. You know what I'm saying? Nico Kranjčka. I'm just naming some man that they were never like the top man, but they're like nice players. Bro, if you put these guys in central midfield now, amongst man who can't run, amongst man who don't play with no intensity, they'd run the whole game. They'd run the whole game. Janino. Do you know what I'm saying? Tarabat. Johan Kabay. Like, exactly. Taylor at Bolton. Like, Yusuf Malumba. All these men. Like, come on, man. Come on. Do you know what I'm saying? So, all of this, like, we laud all these players and all of this stuff. It's dead. It's dead. Do you know what I mean? Even, like we say, all the strikers back then, defenders back then, wingers, everything was way better then. I don't care what anyone says. You know, they'd take the piss out of this level. I'm sure of it. You know what I'm saying? They would take the piss out. Kevin Phillips would be top 3 striker right now. There you go. Spent most of his career at Prem. So I'm saying, Prime Letitia, 100%, one club man. You take the piss. You take the piss out of some of these defenders today. So I don't want to hear it, man. Like I don't want to hear just the cussing Gary Neville just because it's Gary Neville. No, he's just big. No, he's got a point about the robotic nature of modern day football. Because I agree with that. I agree with that. I've agreed with that for a long time. That's been my view for a hot minute. I'm not sure what you guys think. I don't know if you guys agree with that. But for myself, I don't really check for the modern day game anyway. It's not what it's cracked up to be. D Witness, big up to you, D. Says Neville was waffling for me. Everyone knows where United are at the moment, clutching at straws to include us in the criticism. Surely the onus was on City, who spent 100 million in Jan to break us down. We played well. Now this is the interest. This is the kick on in the conversation, D. I like what you're saying here, because there is two sides to what Gary Neville was saying. The first thing was the bit I was talking about the whole league and just the state of football in general. Are players overcoached? Are they overloaded with too much information where they can't have the freedom to express themselves? That's one thing. So I totally agree with that. The bit in terms of specifically us in this system, that's where I do agree with what you're saying, D. I think that sort of including us in the criticism where we haven't had a clue. We haven't had a clue from our arse from our elbows, mate. Yeah. In the last few years, we ain't had a clue from our arse from our elbows, so we don't know what we're doing. We've got someone who's trying to implement a style, and also the players that we've got. Who do we have who can even express themselves? Who do we have who can run beyond? It's only Garnacho, and he's not even good at that right now. Do you know what I mean? Shout out Chris says Garnacho shouldn't be a starter in this team. But unfortunately, guess what? In this period of the season as well, and a lot of games where we're playing on a counter, he's the only one we got who can run. When you let Rashford go, when you let Anthony go, and rightly so, but when you sell them players or get rid of them players, that's your pace gone. I'm not saying that, and Ahmad's not there. That's the only dribbling ability you have. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the only dribbling ability we have. Ahmad and Garnacho, and Ahmad does it a hell of a lot better than Garnacho. But with Ahmad out, the only player we have who can take players on, who can make players backpedal or run back to their own goal, run back towards their own goal, or make players think, what's going on here? You know what? This kid's, I've got to be careful. He's on my shoulder. It's him. It's him. It's not Rasmus Højlund. He doesn't run in behind nowhere near as much as he should. I don't know if that's an instruction thing or a laziness thing, or he's just oblivious to what he should be doing. He does not run enough beyond. He doesn't. That's supposed to be one of his attributes. It's supposed to be a willing runner. He's supposed to be quite quick. I don't see enough aggression in his runs or consistency in his runs. Xerxes ain't going to do it. He can't run. Yeah, I mean, he's going to come everything to feet, win the ball back, little nutmeg, little set, round the corner, keep the ball nice, cool. He ain't going to run. He ain't going to run, not at all. Yeah, who else? Bruno's doing everything. Bruno's doing it. Bruno will run beyond. Bruno will come short. Bruno's playing deep. Bruno's playing in the middle. Bruno's playing in the tech. Bruno's doing everything. Yeah. Dorgu and Dallo ain't it. So from this level of expression that Gary Neville's looking for from our team, look at our team. Our team's dead. The team's dead. And in the context of where we are as a team and the best way to get results, it is to play like that against these bigger teams. And that's why we've had a bit of joy. It wasn't as much joy yesterday, but it's abundantly clear we got no attacking threat. But it's the right way to play in these games because we ain't got nothing. Like Susie 82 says there, so need decent strikers. Need decent strikers. Of course, we need decent strikers, and we ain't got that. We've got subpar attacking players, man. Players that other teams laugh at, players that other teams are not scared of. So I don't agree with him saying that. Ruben Amorim said, I understand that. This is what he said. He said, I understand that Gary Neville is critical about everything, and I understand that we are in the moment that we are doing the worst season in history. Man City won everything in the past, and this season are struggling. We are not in the best moments to give the best spectacle to every fan. We are not fighting for the big things. Facts. Of course, it's different. You have to look at the context of the game, and I understand the critical aspect of the players that played in this game in a different way because they were fighting all the time for the different titles. It's a different context. So listen, he's just being respectful, but basically saying I don't really agree. And look, I don't think the players weren't not trying yesterday. See what I'm saying? The players weren't not trying, but the quality is just not there. And it's that simple. And Amarim's basically, he spoke about needing big players. He knows what he needs to do in the summer. He's right. Amarim's right on this. Like, what do you expect this team to be? They're shit. We're shit. We're 13th, 14th. I guarantee you, yeah. If we were running around like blue ass flies, yeah, just really expressing ourselves, but was losing heavily, it will be like there's not enough control in the game. There's not enough of this. No, we were watching Man United last year, and these same pundits were saying it's like a basketball match, which it was. I never forget that Fulham game. That Fulham game at home last year. You lot, back me up on this, because I know you lot were here in the chat, yeah? Back me up on this. I was at the game. Let's cast our minds back to Fulham at home last year. I can't remember what month it was when they beat us 2-1. It was Adama in the last minute. Or was it Iwobi in the last minute? But he went on the counter in the last minute. And we was 1-0 down, and we were getting absolutely bopped off the park, mate. They must have had about 20 shots. About 20 shots, 17, 18, 19, 20 shots. Something foolish like that. We were getting played through. No, Bagel FC, bro. Nothing in the middle at all. Yeah. That's it. Nothing. Yeah. Harrison Reed was running through us, everything. Pereira was doing a madness. Was it April, May time? Is that when it was? Right. For us around about this time last year. And they mashed us up. Yeah. Bare shots. And most games we were playing last year, bare shots, easily. We're just conceding so many chances. Every time. Exactly. Shout out Haley. We ran through like a dirty gal, yeah? Bro, every single attack these lot were through. We had no like compact nature. We had no patterns, no nothing, just off the cusp. We're coming from that. We're coming from that. We're coming from not understanding what we have to do. And now, I'll be honest, we are more secure on the ball. We are better in that respect. We are tougher to break down, obviously, because we got more defenders. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got more defenders on the pitch, which makes you naturally more solid. Conceding 20 plus chances every single game. That's what we were doing last year, bro. So for Gary Neville to basically say, "Oh man, United's boring. I just can't stand watching them." Listen, I want to stick pins in my eyes. I said because of the lack of quality. But I understand why that's there. Do you know what I'm saying? I understand why that's there. Let's get into back to the super chats as well. Joe Fleming says, "Why are you saying Dorgu ain't it? That's long." What I'm saying about Dorgu is right now, obviously, he needs to improve. Like the attacking output from him is ranges up and down, Joe. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying he's going to be dead and like it's a dud and we should never abort him. I'm just saying right now, he's not giving you. I'm saying both wing backs. I said him and Dallo ain't it right now. Dorgu, you give more license to because he's just come middle of the season. He's 20 years of age, so let's see how he develops. Dallo probably isn't going to be that guy we need him to be. But what I'm saying is both of them at the moment, in this moment of the season, you don't get that attacking output from them. Far too many times, Dorgu is not it right now because his decision making in the final third isn't there. That's just a fact. That's not cussing him or you know what I mean. He just needs. That's just where we are with Dorgu. That's just where we are. It's as simple as that. There's no other way to break that down. That's where he is. Defensively yesterday, he didn't really get asked much questions because, like I said in my breakdown after the game, you had Phil Foden occupying that area on the right and kind of drifting in as a false winger, if you want to call it that. You also had Bernardo Silva operating in that area. None of them were going to try and run him down the line. It wasn't going to happen. So he didn't really have anything to do as far as that was concerned. But in terms of going the other way, you know, arriving into the box, which is of course what you want him to do. You know, shot over the bar, eased out by Mateus Nunes. Also, what else? Offside. But then he had a good cutback for Xerxes. So it's just mixed, is what I'm saying. He's just mixed. You know what I'm saying? We got nearly 1,000 people watching live this beautiful Monday morning, man. You lot get involved. We've got 213 likes. Smash the like button if you haven't done so already. Let me go through some more of the Ruben quotes as well that I wanted to bring up. He said as well, again, we create some chances. The game was completely different from Nottingham, of course, against a different opponent, but we had the same lack of goals. Exactly. Sometimes we did it well, and Edison was there. It is really, really important to score goals to win football matches. That's a self-explanatory thing. I look at my players in the same way. If you improve what we ask of them, they have the opportunity. If they play well, they continue to play. That was the situation for Casemiro. The credit is all the player. He is our player, and we continue and will continue to be our player. I wanted to talk about Casemiro. guys. I want to talk about Casemiro. First of all, there's no hype from me sort of going, did we get this wrong? Do we need to keep him beyond this? No. We need to move on from Casemiro, right? That's rule number one. However, his improvement needs to be spoken about. It needs to be spoken about. It does. Because Ugarte, if we're being honest, we ain't come to the Flex's View to tell lies and play it safe. No safety round here. Yeah? Let's just call the thing as it is. Recent performances, Ugarte's been dead. Let's just be honest. Recent performances. There's been games where Ugarte, you know, we look at what he did against Arsenal. Perfect game for him. Look at how he played against, I want to say Liverpool 2-2. I'm sure he played in that game. Did well. The shithousery side, scumbag side of it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, nah, he's not looking like he's it, is he? Like I think like I'm not saying that we have to sell him, but I don't think we're seeing the limitations. Kristen says disagree, Flex, fair play, not having it. Ugarte's only been terrible in one game, Flex, says Chris. But when I say he's been bad, I'm not saying he's stinking out the joint, by the way. I'm not saying that. Am I the only one who cringes at Flex's poor Jamaican patois tent? Sounds like an old white man who's been on holiday for a week in the Caribbean. Says Sharik. Listen, brother. Nah, sir. Come out of here with that fake bullshit. My family, they are in Spanish Town, brethren. So I don't know what fake thing you're on about. Yeah. I'm Caribbean, Jamaican through and through. Yeah. Sound man through and through. Come out of here with that fake shit. Don't even piss me off this morning. Yeah. About Caribbean. There's a white man who's been on holiday. Are you mad? My family live there. Now, yeah, one set of grandparents in Ochi, one set of family there in Spanish Town. Yeah, don't even get me started, Sharik. Yeah, mine on herself, brethren. Yo, before I have to run some, brethren, mine on herself. I'm not gonna tell you no again. Mine on herself. Idiot boy. But pissing me off early in the morning, man. Now, because it's true, he's coming like some, you know what I mean? Some, like I'm on some flipping, what do you call it? Resort thing. Like you know what I'm saying? Nah, sir. Nah. You know what I mean? Got all family and friend in our junction. You get me? Anyway, pissing me off. What was I doing? I was cussing Ugarte. What was I saying? Sharik left the chat. Make him go on. Make him go on. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Ugarte, yeah, listen, he's just limited. He's just limited. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. He's just limited. I think he's limited on the ball. I think that if you play him and Casemiro, that's a big, big limitation as well. A massive limitation, because really and truly, they're both safe. They both give you security and solidity, but they can't play. Casemiro can actually play better than Ugarte. He's better on the ball than Ugarte. I think because he's more it's more experienced, he's a better player. Probably got more in his locker. The only thing he can't do as good as Ugarte is get about the pitch, but he's got a little bit more nous on the ball, but it's still very small gains, small margins. But Casemiro, he has improved, and fair play to Ruben for highlighting it, because he has improved in recent weeks. If we're being honest, he has. And the reason why he's improved, he's saying, is because in that moment, where's that quote? I want to get that. He said, Ruben was basically is a quote where Ruben's saying that Casemiro in those moments wasn't the right player to help the team, but he, kept working and put himself in a way, he put himself in a position where he can help the team. And that shows great professionalism from Casemiro. He ain't moaned, he ain't, down tools. He's a good team player. He's a top pro. Do you know what I mean? Is it me or something wrong with Flex's mic? The sound is up and down. Let me know what the sound's saying for you lot. Let me know what you lot are saying about that. Show says it was known before we signed Ugarte he was extremely limited on the ball, hence why Enrique didn't rate him. But you gassed him up in the summer. What, me personally or everyone? Did I get behind the signing in the summer? Probably, yeah. Said we need, he's a high volume ball winner. He wins a lot of tackles, which is true. But you're right, Show. I probably did gas him up too much. Going off the stats. And he does live up to those stats. He does win possession back. He does run after people. But all of the rest of the game for him looks extremely limited. You need like a world class for him, yeah. You need like a world class, like all action midfielder next to him, someone who can do everything if he's gonna play. If I'm honest, that's what you need. Shout out to you, Show. Because he's too limited, man. Like the type of midfield we need, if you're only going to play two in there and not three as well, they need to be really, really good. Flex, you want Ugarte or McTominay? Again, no, McTominay spoke about being misprofiled. If we got McTominay just to play in that 6 in that screen there, we ain't going to get the license to go past the 10s anyway. If anything, McTominay in this team would be a good 10. Sure, what I'm saying? Box crashing and that, scoring goals, playing just behind the striker. That's where he does his best work, and he is a willing runner. So McTominay in this team would probably be all right. Joe H says Ugarte is a good squad player, not a starter for me if we want to compete. And that's it. That's what I'm saying. He's all right. He's not the worst. He's not the worst player we've ever seen. You know what I mean? But what, best part of 50 million though, if I'm being honest in my heart of hearts, I wanted a bit more. I think he can do the ugly side of the game well. And like I say, if we improve the midfield severely, Casemiro moves on in the summer, you get a top draw 6. Maybe I think Ugarte could maybe complement a guy who's really good. But when you got Casemiro and him next to each other, like it's not the one, really, is it? It's not the one. And Casemiro's outshining him. Ugarte of late has just looked a little bit meh. You know what I mean? On the ball only, he's one of the worst midfielders I've seen at Man United, says Show. He's just limited. Everything is safe. Everything's in front. Everything's sideways. If he tries to pass through, it's not his game. He just can't do that. It's just not his game. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not really seeing his performances right now as being ones to be riding home about. But again, away against Lyon, want to be compact, want to make sure we're in the game. Probably goes with that again. Probably goes with Casemiro and thing again. But I'm looking at Bruno deeper, and he's running the show, man. You know, I mean, we ain't scoring from it, but any bit of quality. When I look back, actually, I see some comps yesterday of Bruno's game. I gave him a 6 yesterday. I probably should have given him a little bit more. But really, yeah, he was, again, I did say that yesterday. He was at the heart. Anything we did that had a little remotely resembled quality, he was over it. he was on it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what Bruno was doing. He was on it. So I don't know. Is it better for Bruno to play? Is it better for Bruno to play deeper? Is in this team? Is it better that he plays there, or it doesn't really matter whether he plays the 10 or the 6? He's good. He's obviously good enough to play those positions properly. He's Bruno Fernandes, mate. He's having an impact wherever. But in this team, is the balance of the team better with Bruno a little bit deeper? What are you lot saying on that? Fiorentina set to activate De Gea's. Look at that, De Gea getting the move, mate, because he's been good this season. He's been very good this season, mate. Look at that. Would you believe it? David De Gea, mate. Whole season out of football yesterday, you know. He's taking the piss out of football, by the way. Nikhil says, nah, he's better. Box to box. Breadwinner says, yeah, I don't think it matters in this system. It really depends on the opposition, in my opinion, says Lil Yo-Yo. Ugarte was all right some weeks ago. His passing was better. Bruno has to play deeper. 7 defensive players is too negative. When he's smashing it next season, don't be jumping on the hype. Stick to your opinion, says Rhino. Oh, what, on Ugarte? On Ugarte? Fair enough. Listen, bro, I don't know if you know me, Rhino, but I'm someone who changes my opinion all the time if there's new evidence. So I won't be sticking to anything, bro. If he does, when he's smashing it next season, as you say, I will say, last season I was saying he wasn't playing good for a specific period of time. Now he's smashing it. Look how sick he is. That's what I'll say, bro. And I don't have no shame or no problem doing that. So don't really bother me. I'm not into this football thing of like, once you say some shit, that's what you stick with, or you don't know ball. It's the most idiot thing I've ever heard. Do you know what I'm saying? I think football, I think you're a bigger idiot if you say one thing at a point and then you see something else and don't big up that what you're seeing. So that's why that flip-flop thing, I don't really care. To be honest, I think you're mad. I think you're more mad. What's more mad? What's more mad, people? Tell me this. Is it more mad to say something, yeah, at the start, or say something in a period of time of what you're seeing at that current time, and then see a new sample size, new evidence of something else, and big it up and say, right, you know what? I didn't think that guy had it in him, but look at him now. Or say something at the start and the person clearly isn't that player anymore, and you're like, nah, I don't care, man. Don't care. Don't care. He's shite, mate. He's shite. I don't know. Obviously, there's a balance. Of course, if you're changing your mind every single day, that's different. But I just think we're in a day and age where, as KG said, being measured or being willing to receive new information and keep your mind open. You know what I mean? That's what's that saying? Your mind works best. Your mind's like a parachute. That's it. It works best when it's open. That's how I live my life. You know, my mind is constantly open to new information. And also, I'm not very rarely anyway. Obviously, ego might kick in sometimes, but I'm very rarely I told you so person. And I'm certainly not. I tell you what, I'm certainly not. I am not a person who professes to be like a top football ball knowledge thing. I just give my opinion on the thing. That's it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people in this space that are very, very good at, you know, talking about what the formations and the tactical side of the game. There's a lot of people that are really good about talking about the financial side of the game, the tactical side of the game. There's a lot of people great talking about up and coming players. You know what I mean, from different leagues. Watch a lot of football. I just give my opinion. That's it. If I get an early feeling of something, I'm going, yeah, you know what? Yeah, man. I like that. I like that. I like what I see there. Or nah, not really feeling that at the start. Let me see. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Ugarte smashes it next year. You know what I'm saying? We'll see if he does. Then I hope he does, and I go, right, man. Look at Ugarte smashing it. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say, 100%. I'll say, right, man. Look at Ugarte moving mad. One of the best DMs in the league. One of the best DMs in the league. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a flip-flop, says JP87. I do elasticos with my opinion. Charlie Boy comment says the key is differentiating between form and ability. 100%. I agree with that. And what is the actual definition of flip-flop? Because there is nothing wrong with it, in my opinion, says Mexico. What are you lot saying? What's the what is the, because there's a societal reason, there's a societal thing of definition of flip-flop, and then there's going to be the YouTube definition, which is obviously not going to is not going to match up because YouTube's unforgiving. So what are you lot saying? Drastic changes in opinions. But can there not be a drastic change in opinion, yo, if that was over a big period of time? So a drastic change of opinion could be at the beginning of the season. Someone said Bruno's dead. I just don't know why he's here. Then by the end of this season, again, even though Man United have been rubbish, but he's been good. They go, you know what? I was wrong, man. This guy don't get the respect he deserves. Do you know what I mean? But if the drastic opinion changes like within a couple of weeks or a couple of games, then maybe that's more problematic. Is it that? Pyramid says a flip flop is when you berate or press man for their opinion, and then change your own. So you get onto people for their opinion, but you always change yours. All right. Okay. All right. Manisha's flip flop means changing your opinion back and forth without new information. I like that one, Manish, without new information. I do like that. All right. Okay. I like that. I like that. I can get behind that one. MA says flip flop is when you say rip it all up and then change your mind the next week after one win. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can't say rip it all up and then say actually they're really good. We don't need to rip it all up. That's true. I agree with that. And that's one thing I'm definitely not moving on, even with a bit more sample size. You know what I'm saying? I like that attack of like when I'm seeing like Xerxes and Hoyland and Garnacho and all that. That ain't it. And that's never gonna be it. And I stand to be corrected as a flip-flop. Yeah. Do you guys think that's gonna be it? I want to know what you lot are saying. Will the front three as it is, when you see like Garnacho, Xerxes, Hoyland, and that as a trio, yeah? Is that is that gonna be the it thing? Is that it? Compost says nope. There you go. Wait a minute. Let's wait for some more of you. There are many variations then. All Elite says no. Manish says defo not. Flex sell flip-flops at the UV store. We should get some UV flip-flops. We should. Sharik, credit to Flex, he changed opinion but explains and accepts the reasons to it. Flip-flops pretend they never change opinion at all. Yeah, that's true. Onwards and upwards says flip-flop is when you are undecided and don't keep your mouth shut. Yeah, I hear that. Xerxes okay. Nope, says Chrissy. This is a firm no. That's what I'm saying. So that bit of rip it all up when I'm saying like, nah, man, nah, that ain't gonna be it. I don't care how much you train that. I don't care how much time you give that. Garnacho, Xerxes, Hoyland, and them man there. And Xerxes, like I said, he's all right. Squad play, he's all right. I'm not saying he's the worst thing, but I'm saying that together, because he ain't gonna get you goals, he ain't gonna get you assists. I'm talking about scoring goals and being the it forwards. That's not it. Shout out Joe Blackman says this is the definition. A sudden and complete change of mind or opinion, or a person who is easily swayed and changes their stance frequently. All right, that sounds like a proper dictionary. I mean, the term flip flop's probably not in the dictionary, but as a term, as an item, yeah. But I don't know. All right, we'll go with that. I hear you. Itam Panda says I've seen enough. Bruno is far better than some of our legends who are lucky enough to play for the GOAT manager. Ooh, what? You said I've seen enough. What are you saying there, Itam Panda? Is this a flip flop thing? What's this? What's this, bro? Is this a what is this? What's this? Is this a what? What are you saying? Like you never used to think that, and now you're saying, right, you know what? He's better than certain legends. Name the legends. Itam Panda. Name the legends. Who's he better than? Yo, says Urban Dictionary. Who's he better than? Like Manish says, oh, that's late. It's late. Like who? We need names, Itam Panda. Itam Pandas, that's a big, you can't just swing through and drop that. You said, I've seen enough, as if like you slam your pen down, right, I had enough. This needs to be said. Bruno, and you said far better than some of our legends who were lucky. Basically, they were lucky enough to play for the GOAT manager. Itam Panda, I need you to come through, bro. What's going on here? Itam, don't go hiding. Don't go quiet. Don't go quiet. Who you saying? Who you saying here? Listen, yo, he needs to give names. Itam Panda. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a super chat. I just need you to get back involved in the chat. Don't go anywhere. Where are you? Just being controversial. We say, Mac, no real substance. Just saying stuff. Because I need to know names. I need to know names, bro. Yeah, exactly. Postmanton. Far better. The man said far better. Which legends? Because people like Phil Neville and that aren't legends. Nicky Butt, he won stuff, but he's not a legend. What's going on? Definitely saying stuff, yeah. It's not. Item Panda dropped that super chat and gone. Item Panda gone. Nothing, mate. Seriously. He literally just said that and dipped. He said that and dipped. Because any of the certified legends, because you can't say that. Because any of the certified legends, you can't say Bruno's better than them. Right. I need to put him on shadow ban. He's done more for us than Beckham. Get out of here, man. Brother. You waited 5 minutes, bro, after dropping that. Nah, bro. You waited 5 minutes, yeah, to drop that super chat. I asked you to tell me names, and you come back to us, yeah, and disgrace the community, all over 1,100 of us, yeah, and tell us that Bruno's done more for us than Beckham, the guy who put the cross in 99 in the last minute of the game. Are you off your? Are you crazy? Yeah, this is trolling season. This is mad. This is trolling season, mate. This is trolling season. Seriously. This is trolling season. You're taking the piss. 6 Premier Leagues, mate. So I had to double check because I thought it was 5. 6 Premier Leagues, Champions League. You know what I mean? You're moving mad. You're just saying that for effect. Saying that for effect, mate. Man won 6 Prems, 2 FA Cups. Get out of here, man. Just come messing up the flow. Mad. To be fair, Bruno can cross. He can. He can. But nah, Itam, you're moving crazy, bro. You're lucky I can't find the ban button. The little, I'll put usually on timeout. I could do that, but freedom of speech and all that. Kid Nero says, Carrick, I think there's an argument. Two completely different types of players. Two completely different types of players. And Carrick also falls into a bracket for me of like United legends, like so underrated. Very, very underrated player, like in football. Carrick was a deep player who could sit there and just dictate the whole game. Is Carrick better than Bruno? They're different players. Bruno gets so much goals and assists. Yeah, he's a complete Carrick is a tempo setter. He's a dictator. He's an orchestrator. So Bruno can't see him. Bruno can't see Carrick for that type of play. But if we're being honest, Carrick can't see Bruno for playing that high up the pitch, which wasn't his job. Playing that high up the pitch and affecting the game as consistently as Bruno does with the high volume goals and assists. So I can't even really. I hear you, K De Niro. Like, you think there's an argument on the Carrick thing. They're just too different. Like, Carrick mentally, how he sees the game and how he can dictate a game and understand the game, the IQ level, different. Bruno can't see him. The weight of pass, both feet, short, long, mid-range. What do you want? First time. But then again, Bruno's passing ability is very good. First time round the corner, first time through a gap, punch it in there. He can do it. Through balls. Bruno can do it. Switches of play. He can do it. But he's a much better manipulator of the ball. Michael Carrick is. Like, no one can like get onto him for that. But I hear you. I hear how you're dropping that one. Item Panda saying, not saying he's a legend, but slagging Bruno for not winning as a league. Yet a player like Macheda just being in the right place at the right time. What's Macheda got to do with this, though, bro? Listen, I'm all here for the protection of Bruno, by the way, because people talk shit on Bruno all the time. That's just not it. So that I understand, but what I don't understand, what do you mean, Macheda's not lauded as anything. He's lauded as a cult hero who scored that goal against Villa. That's what Macheda is. What I don't understand why Bruno and Macheda are being mentioned in the same sentence, brother. Like Manisha's there. Like Manisha's there. No one's comparing Macheda to Bruno. It's crazy what you're doing, Item. Are you all right, bro? Big up Item Panda, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. What are we doing here? Yeah, man, what are you talking about? Why are you mentioning Macheda alongside Bruno? I don't get it. I don't understand. All Elite says Carrick similar to Rodri and Busquets hybrids. Yeah, 100%. 100%. What Rodri does, Carrick was doing that. Carrick was doing that. And listen, Rodri's got a Ballon d'Or for playing like that because he's in the team that's won everything and he's brilliant. Is Carrick that far off Rodri? No. If Carrick played against Rodri, he'd be doing the same thing. Carrick was doing that. Let's not get that twisted. I know people will laugh who don't know football that, but act like Carrick's a scrub compared to Rodri. No. Carrick was play. What you see Rodri do and dictate the pace of the game, and the orchestrator can't really get the ball off him. Eyes in the back of his head on the half turn. Pin that to the chat. Carrick is Rodri without PR. Yes, 100%. 100%. Don't get it twisted with Michael Carrick. Proper footballer. Yeah, proper footballer. And if you know your football, you will know that about Michael Carrick. Right, where are we at for likes? 347. Let's get to 400. It's announcement time, people. It's announcement time. Big up to each and every single one of you. Right near the end of the show, it's announcement time. I want to make sure we hit that 400 mark and we can get this announcement out. You know what I'm saying? Exciting times. Time to shut down the channel, mate. Time to shut down the channel. Time to get rid of the channel, mate. You know what I'm saying? Gonna leave. KG's going to Al Nassr, mate. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. It's not nothing like, it's a big announcement because I'm very happy about it, but it's not like you might not fall off a chair. Like it up. Like up the thing. I need to get to that 400. Announcement. Bruno better than Bex. It's gonna be that. Breadwinner. Is it a rebrand, mate? Show some appreciation for UV family. Drop a like and subscribe if you're new, says Joe Blackman, 100%. Flex, where'd you put Scholes compared to Bruno? Scholes, man. Scholes. Oh, listen. Scholes is different level. Different level. In it though, he is. Scholes is a different level. It really is a different level. So I'll put him above Bruno because he's just too iconic, mate. Little ginger man just running midfields for days and running it in like one of the best eras of football as well. That's what's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Flex, what did you think of Lenny Yoro yesterday? I think he was very, very good. Very, very good. Flex doing a cooking channel as well. No, I'm not doing no cooking channel. Where are we at? We're at 390 likes, basically. Come on, let's get 10 more or 11 more. Let's go. Let's run it up and let's get this announcement out of them. We can get on with our day as we get there. We're pretty much there. I'm rating you lot. You lot are what we on 391. You lot can make this happen. 392. You know what I mean? There'll be more to come. In fact, this is just a little quick announcement. Got to get it there. 399. I'm happy with that. You pretty much got it. Right. The announcement for far too long. And this, do you know what? This really is for the original day ones. Because some of you might go, I don't know what he's talking about here, but let me go back and check. And you can go back and check. But for the originals and for the people who always ask me, there's been so many times people saying, what's happened to the flex? If you know the flex, yeah. If you know the flex, the channel, the flex before United View, yeah, give me a signal in the chat. I need a signal in the chat. Yeah, because it's time. United View is in a great place. Yeah, it's time to turn our attentions. Well, everything's still going in here, by the way. That's the first thing I gotta say. United View is United View. Yeah, this is the fan channel. Yeah, it's gonna keep going in, but it's time now to bring back the flex, but in a better way. Yes, it's not called the flex anymore. Slight name change. Yeah, it's called the football flex. That's what I'm calling it. Yeah, here it is. Bang. Yeah, just a quick thing, just a little. I'm not even putting up there too long. It's not even, it can't really be up there too long. So I need you lot. I need you lot now. This is why I do need you, the community. Yeah. I need you lot now to head over. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Yeah. I'm going to put it in the chat because this is something that has always been, even in the summer, guys, in the summer, I was saying to you, lot, the flex is back in it. And I just never got around to it because I'm so busy. Yeah. This is something that was always ready to be there. It was always going to be this. It's always been the flex. You guys have known this for a hot minute. But listen, I've been doing Talk Sports, Sky, trying to get the United View up to award-winning level, nationally recognized. It seems like, oh, Joe Blackman's saying it sounds like a rebrand still. Yeah, but not a rebrand of United View. United View staying exactly where it is, mate. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's SJA certified, mate. Ain't no rebrand going on there. But I've wanted to bring the flex back for time. You know, like all jokes aside, everyone knows that I wanted to bring the flex back for time, and like I need that space. I need my space of like to be on to these other rivals. I need it. United View is not the place to do that. You know what I'm saying? The United View is not the place to do that. So I'm gonna pin that. Yeah, I need you lot to run it up. Let me go back to where I just put that in. There you go. Let me pin that. Wait a minute. There you go. Wait a minute. Replace pin that. There you go. It's pinned in the chat. Need you lot to run it up. We need to get that first 1,000 subs. Yeah. Hey, shout out Joe Blackman as well. Says sounds like a rebrand. Sounds like a rebrand, mate. Well, listen, when you get given good advice, you better take it, mate. You better take it, mate. But for all the like I say, for all of the love and support, I'm gonna be doing it in a nice vibe, nice styly. I'm gonna put a video up on this. Early stages. So I ain't playing about. I'm gonna plaque at 10K. I want that 10K plaque. Well, I want that 1K plaque. I need that 1K plaque. Do you know what I'm saying? Starting from the beginning, starting from the jump. And it's exciting. It's the, you know what I mean? I've been in this space a long time. And it's a chance to kind of like do the football flex properly. Like I've done the flex before. I want to get like some player interviews on there. Obviously we'll be doing a watch alongs for all the other teams and stuff like that. I'll be having my say on the biggest footballing topics, get other creators on there as well. Just a space to just, Man United is Man United. That is this. But I want to do all the other things I like. You need to see the other side of me now. It's time to unleash, brother. You know what I'm saying? So run that up. Also, I did my first TikTok live yesterday. I'll be jumping on that. And listen, listen, let me tell you this, yeah. Let me tell you this. The music thing, listen, I'm just getting the controller. Yeah, I'm going to get a Light Pioneer controller as well. So look out for me on TikTok. That's coming soon as well. Yeah, because listen, when I jump on there and I'm doing my flex Fridays or Friday night flexes, Sunday night flexes, Saturday night flexes, whatever, that's coming soon as well. Manchester said, right, everyone's getting on TikTok. I see it. So watch out for that. All the battles and stuff as well, the football stuff. I think Abby wants to do some stuff on there. KG, 100, like watch. Mina ramp with Uno. Yeah, simple things. Yeah, the mojo's back. This right here has just made that. It's basically, I've got the United View to a good spot. So we keep going. You see right here on United View, that's not stopping. Yeah, SJA certified. So we keep moving with United View. Road to 200K. That ain't changing. But we're branching out, man. The things that we had on the back burner, things that we had just there, because this ain't new. This ain't a new idea. You lot, like I said, you lot are the originals. You lot are the original people who got the flex at the time to 25K before we even got United View. And to all of you, I mean this. I'm going to do a video later I'm gonna do a video later. So sub to that channel, sub to the Football Flex. Yeah, I'm gonna do a video later talking about that channel and the journey, etc., etc. I'll do it properly. But big up to actually, I'm being deadly serious now. Big up to each and every single one of you lot, because you lot just give man the inspiration, the drive, the energy to just keep going. Do you know what I'm saying? Flex has some elite interviews from them that listen, and I'm gonna get back in that bag. Don't worry about it. Don't watch it. And like I said, the TikTok thing, just wait as well. Yeah, I'm gonna be running some big tunes on there. So yeah, smash a like on the video, subscribe to United View if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to Football Flex. The link is there, pinned at the top of the chat. Make sure you guys do that. And also subscribe to Owen Wrestle News 3655555. He had a late one last night. Subscribe to KG Reckless Sports as well. Subscribe to Minna Football. You know what I mean? Run up the love for everybody. Everybody. Yeah, follow their socials as well, man. It's all big love. I'm out of here, guys. Remember, check out the video later on this afternoon on the Football Flex. I'll go into that with a little bit more detail, let you know about the channel and what's going on over there. We're out of here. Take care. Peace.